At its most basic level, your microphone is the gateway to the soul in your music, and it could very well likely be the key to getting those hairs to stand up on your arm as your singer sings and tags the last line of the chorus. What's going on, guys? My name is Steve Kinney. I'm a producer, engineer, and content creator here in Nashville, Tennessee. In this video, we're going to be going through the fundamentals and the importance of auditioning your mics, and I'm also going to share a secret on getting the most from your entire mic locker for your productions. And normally on my channel, I talk a lot about UAD, Luna, and Apollos. However, NOIZ Hub has asked myself, along with a number of other great creators, to collaborate on the channel and share everything we know about audio production. So show NOIZ Hub how much you appreciate these kind of collaborations by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and let us know in the comments below how you guys choose your mics for your sessions. All right, first we got to answer, is it really even worth the time and effort to do this? In today's modern world, it's easy to think that everything can be fixed in post. I'll never forget the first time that I got the keys to a big studio. The very first thing that happened when I went to track vocals is I reached for the most expensive looking microphone on the shelf, popped it up, only to realize later after recording that it sounded like complete trash. What I didn't realize at the time is that there was just something about this particular mic with this particular singer that caused the mic capsule to distort in the high end on S's. It didn't clip on its way into the DAW, so it wasn't like I distorted the track. It was just some sort of character flaw that was a bad combination. And in that situation, no amount of plugins can save you from that. There's nothing you can do about it. And if I had spent just a little bit of time that day putting up 2 or 3 mics, letting the singer sing into all of them, I would have saved myself days of edit time. Now there's really 2 methodologies for auditioning mics. Before we get into the details of each and show you how to do it, I'm just going to share some cliff notes. So both methods require that your singer sings a consistent part or a part that they're very familiar with. The first method is just lining up your mics kind of sort of next to each other and just doing passes into each one. Of course, aiming to be as consistent as possible. The second method involves setting up all of the mics as close as possible next to each other so that the singer can sing once into all of them. Personally, I prefer this method as hearing the same performance into each mic, to me, accounts for having a preference just for the best performance. So if the singer sings one mic better than the other, then I'm probably gonna go, I like that one better, but really it was the performance I liked better, right? Now keep in mind, I keep mentioning singers, but this whole methodology actually applies to everything. So you can audition snare drums, you can audition guitars, acoustics, banjos, amps. Now if you are working with something like a guitar amp that you're trying to shoot out, one method that I really like to employ is using a looper pedal to just have the same exact performance be played back. You could also use a DAW and send the signal back out to the amp, so that every time you get a very consistent performance and sound for each microphone. For acoustic instruments, obviously this presents a little bit of a problem because you need to have a very consistent either pick attack or snare hit each time. And if you are recording an acoustic guitar, right, the guitar player could be moving backwards or forwards. So there is a little bit of room for error in those situations, and you'll just have to take it with a grain of salt and just still choose the best one for the tone, etc. Now in the live example we're doing in this video, we're just going to be working with a singer. I think that keeps it simple. And before we audition, it's important to understand that what we are trying to do here is find a microphone that works for both the singer and the music, because there's no one-size-fits-all approach. One microphone on one song could sound amazing with this one singer, and then another mic could sound way better for the other song. So every song kind of requires its own sonic treatment, and just know that in the back of your mind. And then of course there is a little subjectivity. I mean, we are listening for aspects like warmth and presence and frequency response and clarity. So to take out as much subjectivity from this process, it's important to get a consensus from your artists, from the producers, or from the editors, from the assistant engineers, or anyone that's in the room. And additionally, you're going to want to make sure that the playback of the material is blind or as blind as possible so that you can account for any sort of biases if they know that they're recording on some expensive vintage Neumann. You know, you don't want them just trying to choose that just because they know in their mind, oh yeah, that's the nice one. So let's take a look at this process in action.
I don't know what I was thinking. Throwing every dime at a good time weekend. Turning it up all over town. No plans on settling down. Then you photobomb me on a rooftop.
Performance aside, we got to figure out a tone for one of them. So let's listen back, and we'll start with one mic and listen to one line, and then we'll go to the next one.
I wanna get away with you and be the lucky one that takes it too far, that gets out of here with you. Boy, I wanna get away with you and be the lucky one that takes it too far, that gets out of here with you, that doesn't get caught doing what I shouldn't do. Boy, I wanna get away with you and be the lucky one that takes it too far, that gets out of here with you, that doesn't get caught doing what I shouldn't do. Boy, I wanna get away with you and be the lucky one that takes it too far, that gets out of here with you, that doesn't get caught.
Mic 1, 2, 3, or 4.
All right, I can eliminate one already because the SM7B is definitely not, because it sounds like that. And
Yeah.
I don't know if
If that's out, that's out. So.
that's out. And I tell you,
All right, let's hear it.
my top two favorites are the Aston and the 47 style.
Okay.
And do you agree
251's
with that?
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of the thing about this particular method, that I like the second shootout method, which we're going to do in a second, better because of this. You can control the exact performance, but let's just listen to it. We know the performance could be tighter. You're not even warmed up, so.
Performance.
Okay. I'm doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in the rear view. I'm doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in the rear view. I'm doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in the rear view.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
Okay, so my opinion on it is overall, I'm voting for the 47.
So that would be my pick out of what we've done here. Would that be yours?
That is my pick too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, let's tear down these mics, put them in the booth, and make a Miczilla and see if we get any better or worse results that way.
Before I met you, I don't know what I was thinking. Throwing every dime at a good time weekend, turning it up all over town. No plans on settling down. Then you photobomb me on a rooftop bar the next late night.
So after method 2, you can see that one massive benefit to it is that you have the exact same performance to reference across each microphone. And I took it a step further this time by renaming each mic just a number, so you don't really know what the title is, but I did save the information so I know exactly what ones they are. We'll do fast passes on this.
Perfect.
It doesn't get caught doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in a rear view. I wanna get away. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in the rear view.
Can I just have that just on number 2?
I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in a rear view. I wanna get away. Doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in a rear view. Doing what I shouldn't do. I don't care what I'm getting into. I'm running a skyline, faded in a rear view.
All right, so I renamed all of these, and it's really funny because I didn't change a single one in the order. Actually, if you double click in Luna here down at the bottom, you can leave comments on the track. So I just put the title of whatever track it was. So in this case, mic 3, if we look it up, it's the 47. So we ended up choosing the 47 again. For me, it was a toss-up between 2 and 3 as well. I felt like there was something nasty going on with the 251 with the air on it. Once you've ran through this whole thing, you've got your mic chosen, have your artist or your singer or your performer take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, clean up the area, pull the other mics back, reposition the mic you've chosen, and then dial it in further from there. Auditioning mics for your songs crafts your song's sonic character and identity. This attention to detail is really going to bring your productions to the next level and give it that polish that you hear on the radio. So here's a few pro tips for this same methodology. 1, You don't have to just limit this testing to just mics. You could take this whole approach and just go even bigger with it. You could test guitars, you could test different string gauges, picks, mic preamps, compressors, EQs. I mean, you could really kind of go hog wild with it. And honestly, to some extent, that's exactly what's happening on all the major productions, albeit with a lot more years of experience, so it goes faster, and in the back of a lot of engineers' minds, they already have a good idea of what might work with a particular singer. That's just years of experience of doing it. Another pro tip to maximize your mic locker is keeping in mind to give each source its own sonic character. So if you choose one microphone for your lead vocal, maybe eliminate that one and choose something else for the background vocals. Again, giving each signal its own sonic identity and character. When you do this, all your tracks are gonna have some sort of extra depth to them as you lift up all the faders and you unsolo all the sources. It's really gonna bring your mixes to life. So no one ever said that making high quality productions was easy or fast. It takes time, patience, and extreme attention to detail. Eventually, it does get easier, it does get faster, the more that you have experience in doing all of these steps. So give it a go on your next project and let us know in the comments below how that worked out for your next track. That's about it. That's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date and get tips like this from other creators. Until next time, guys, cheers.